3 in the morning time. Joe Clair live. You got your coffee? Who got their coffee? You got your coffee? Let's get going. I'm gonna get you there. Nothing with me, I'm gonna get you there. You understand? I'm gonna get you there. Look at your boy. I'm gonna get you there. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. How's everybody doing? Hope y'all doing well. Hope things are good in your life. Hope you let God work it out for you. You understand? Let God work it out for you. You understand? Uh-oh, somebody told me I killed it on Friday night. Uh-huh. Oh, all right. Thanks a million. All right, they said I killed it on Friday night. So Friday night, big old shout out to Baltimore. Yeah, Wednesday, Monday. Y'all know what this is. So, Monday night, Saturday night, excuse me. Say Monday night, Monday morning. Saturday night, I was in Baltimore at the Lyric Opera House. At the Lyric Opera House. As you can see, your boy all the way on the end. All-star lineup. Had a great show. That was on Saturday night. Nice and late. Had a bomb ass show. And then I received this. Check this out, y'all.
Here's your script for the new 10-second number one promo.
How many time periods are we number one?
12.
12 in 10 seconds? 10 seconds? Huh?
Really, 8 seconds. Gotta leave room for the end tag.
Oh, 8. Even better.
All right, let's go.
Fox 5, number one. Number one.
Number one.
4 a.m.
4:30 a.m.
5 a.m. 6 a.m.
7 a.m.
9 a.m. 10 a.m. Lion lunch hour at 11 a.m.
3 p.m. with the DMV zone.
4 p.m.
10 p.m.
And the 11 p.m. I need some air.
X5, stay ahead.
What else y'all got?
Here's your script for the new 10-second number one
How
promo.
many time
You see your
periods
boy?
12.
12 in 10 seconds? 10 seconds? Huh?
Really, 8 seconds. Gotta leave room for the end tag.
Oh, 8. Even better.
All right, let's go.
Fox 5, number one. Number one.
Number one.
4 a.m.
4:30 a.m.
5 a.m. 6 a.m.
7 a.m.
9 a.m. 10 a.m. Lion lunch hour at 11 a.m.
3 p.m. with the DMV zone.
4 p.m.
10 p.m.
And the 11 p.m. I need some air.
X5, stay ahead.
What else y'all got?
Here's your
One more
script for the
time.
new 10-second number one promo.
How many time periods are we number one?
12.
12 in 10 seconds? 10 seconds? Huh?
Really, 8 seconds. Gotta leave room
We
for
got
the
all
end
them
tag.
shows number
Oh,
one.
8. Even better.
All those days, we got all those hours. We are number one in the DMV for watching. I am super excited to be part of a number one team. Richard Brown, how's it going? I'm super excited to be a part of a number one team. People who trying to win. It feels good to win and get the W's. You know what I'm saying? So, kept patting you back. Much love. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I'm reading what Michelle said. Locked in there. Yeah, Wallace. You know what I mean? So, thank you, God. You know, as we always talk about gratitude here, extremely grateful for that one and the recognition. You know, that promo feels good. Yeah. And so we over there winning. And thank you all for your support. Anybody who supports, thank you so very much. (9:07), we waiting for everybody to come on in here. 9:10, I'm going to hop into this moment of clarity. Is that cool? Let's get a moment of clarity on board. Anybody know where Elise is and how things going with her? Beth, where you at, Beth? Don't forget this Saturday night, Melanie Camacho, Ray Diva, the Gwen Factor, big old comedy show. I am going to keep wearing that hat, Wallace. Big person in Lil Sema. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. I'm trying to win. I am so trying to win. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to get it right. Anybody in here use Chat GPT? Any AI users in here yet? Ugh. 9:08, 2 minutes away from this moment of clarity. Y'all be gonna talk about some gratitude for a few minutes this morning. Got some gratitude going on this morning. We're gonna get into that. Joe Clair in the mornings. Well, here what we gonna do, Don. We're gonna take this broadcast right here and we're gonna expand this. This gonna be the Joe Clair morning show. Yeah, it's 28 degrees on the first day of spring. It's crazy. Y'all know we're in the middle of a goddamn climate change, climate readjustment, whatever you want to call it. My allergies, y'all can see my allergies are driving me crazy. Yeah, you saw me. Nicole. Tell them what's up. You was watching the Players Ball video. You was watching that Players Ball video. E40 Jodeci Too Short. Ice-T was in that video. Tupac was in that video. Ant Banks and all the Bay Area rappers was in that video. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, if y'all go check out y'all want an old school Joe Clair flashback, go check out the Players Ball video. E40 featuring Jodeci and Too Short. Joe Clair definitely, E40 actually flew me out. Matter of fact, I'll tell you that story after we get through this moment of clarity. Let's turn these strings up. All right, so let's get into our moment of clarity, everybody. This morning I want to talk about gratitude. Matter of fact, let's not even talk about gratitude. Let's talk about grappling with gratitude. I don't know if you guys are like me, but sometimes, yeah, I come on here and I can preach all day, but practice is a whole nother thing. And I know a lot of great preachers who ain't necessarily the best people in the world, because just because you can say the word don't necessarily mean that you always uphold that tenet that you are saying that you're going to uphold. Well, anybody else grapple with making sure that you have enough gratitude for the things that you have? Or do you get up in the morning and you realize that you haven't said thank you? Lately, I've been having this push and pull kind of thing going on with my recognition and practice of gratitude, living in a state of gratitude. I'm grateful for the things that I have. Can't believe some of the things that I have in my life. Can't believe that I've been able to, God has seen fit to send things my way in this lifetime that I directly asked for and got. But then there's another side to that where I see other opportunities. My eyes are wide open looking at the future. More, something bigger, something better, serving more of a purpose, doing more, just all kinds of things. And sometimes it contradicts the gratitude I think I'm supposed to be feeling. Let me put it in very real terms. If I have on a pair of sneakers, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on these sneakers, and I took care of that, and I love them, and I wear them and everything else, and I've worked hard, and I got money in my pocket, and I see another pair of sneakers. Am I not supposed to want those? Am I supposed to just be happy with the ones I have and leave those over there and not even think about that? Or, Is it okay that my mind is on that? Was the purpose of these coming in my life to show me to keep stepping it up or not? So I question it from time to time. When it comes to this music, am I supposed to be happy with a single, or am I supposed to be out here knocking out record after record after record after record after record after record after record, and videos and videos and videos and videos and videos? Is that what God is showing me? Or is he saying, okay, hey, be content with what you have. You have enough on your plate. No need to do, you've proven to yourself what kind of artist you want to be. You don't need to do nothing else. So, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I grapple with, the question of my gratitude, and I don't have the answer. I talk to, you can talk to pastors, you can talk to this person, you can talk to that person, but what I found is they don't know neither. Most experts don't really know neither. So what I will say is this: keep your practice of gratitude up, and then turn it over to faith. When I start having these back and forths about, dear God, am I supposed to X, Y, and Z? That's when I turn it over into faith. I have faith in that he's going to lead me in the right direction. He always has. He has always made sure I was good. He has always taken care of me. He has always kept his finger on me and made sure things were all right. And that's why I have faith. I have faith in the fact that, okay, if something enters my mind for bigger this or bigger that, or change this or change that, or okay, me sitting down in gratitude was me holding up a mirror to something. I held up a mirror to that situation. I saw it. I was thankful for it. Thank you so very much. I recognized it. And guess what? Maybe for being a faithful person. Okay, good. Glad you got that lesson. Here's your next lesson. Glad you got that lesson. Here's the next one, and here's the next one, and here's the next one, and here's the next one. So that's my moment of clarity this morning at 9:15. I hope that hits somebody where they need. I hope somebody needed to hear that. I know I needed to say it. And as always, I bow down to the divine in each and every one of y'all. Namaste this morning. I hope that helped. And there goes confirmation for that gratitude. Keep going, Joseph. Ebony said she went to Las Vegas last week and saw Ronnie Jordan at the Comedy Club. When I spoke to him after the show, I told him I was from the DC area. He mentioned you and said how you are like his mentor. Wow. It was nice to see people speak well of you. Yeah, Ronnie Jordan, I need a mentor, so the fact that that I can affect someone in that manner means a lot to me. Ronnie Jordan is somebody who I think very highly of. I think he's extremely talented, and I've actually grown to love this brother like a friend, like a brother. So it's really, really, really dope to hear that one right there. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Ebony. I appreciate that. Y'all give Ebony a round of applause this morning. She's a little cute self. Thank you so very much. 9:17 in the morning time. Joe Clair Live. Who were all your mentors, Joe? You know what? All right. That's a great question. Y'all want to talk about mentors this morning? Let's get into that, Jay. Thanks, man. I'm gonna change this music up. Hold up, Jay. Jay. So Jay's son asked me who are my mentors. It's in my life specifically, I've had my dad. Can I count him? He was my first one. even though he wasn't in the house with me, you know what I'm saying? He set a standard, and nobody was bigger. For me, nobody was bigger in my life than my dad. I think that kept me from the streets. That kept me from making a lot of mistakes that I watched other people make. I listened to him, and because of him, I had a respect for older people just off the break. The shit that they would say to me sounded smart a lot of the times. And so let me start with my dad and my mom. But outside of that, I had a lot of mentors in my head. So because of Jay, I'm gonna be very transparent this morning, Jay. Because of how we grew up here in the DMV, some of the insecurities that I had, some of the unsure feelings I had about myself, some of the second guessing I would do, people would take up real estate in my head. And when they did that, I decided to turn that into a pseudo mentor, a mentor from afar. He doesn't know he's my mentor. She doesn't know she's my mentor. She doesn't know that I'm watching her and listening to her or him and the things that they say and using that to keep myself on track. So collectively, I kept Jay-Z, Diddy, and like Steve Stout and Russell Simmons and those guys in my head. They're in my head most of the time, and I make them serve as mentors. Sort of a what would Jesus do kind of thing. What would somebody do? What would Jay do? What would Puff do? What would Steve Stout do? What would Russell do in this situation? To keep me at least fresh and keeping it popping. Can't stop, won't stop. There's a lot of times that I could have stopped and I would have stopped had it not been for the words that impacted me so profoundly by words and actions of those guys that really did, it can sound as silly as it needs to. It really did just, keep me on push. This flyer sitting right here. This flyer sitting right here directly comes from the shit don't end. Just because you feel one way about something don't mean you stop doing the business today. Nah, you get back to the business, you do your thing. Then there are my real physical mentors in real estate. I have a mentor. I want to say I never had mentors in comedy. I never had mentors in, like in the entertainment industry, I never had a mentor. I have somebody now who's starting to act in a managerial capacity. Don't have agents. I've had to, kind of just feel like I'm going through the jungle, just chopping down with the machete. Just keep going, 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 Joe, and you'll hit solid ground. But then that also propels you to think about, people like Bob Johnson was like, what, fuck it, we just gonna go out here and do this. Kathy Hughes, we just gonna fucking go out here and do this. We just gonna keep it pushing. So, Bernie Mac and D.L. Hughley were guys I could call on from time to time, but we didn't have a real close, let's talk to each other twice a week, let's talk to each other once a month, and that kind of thing. So I had a relationship with Bernie, and early in my career, Bernie would, give me this, tell me this, and tell me that, but it wasn't let's call on Bernie all the time, or let's call on DL all the time, or let's, I'm about to go fly to Chicago and see Bernie, I'm about to go to LA and see DL and those kinds of things. We were super cool. And more so, those guys, and a lot of these people I'm mentioning right now show me that, Joe, stand on your own 2 feet and get going, get pushing, get moving. And I feel like I fall in that category. I feel like I fall into, like Ronnie Jordan just, like she said, Ronnie Jordan said I was his mentor. If I can be very transparent, I feel like I have been looked to as somebody who might have it together. And I be lost as a mother. But the questions that I get from people, the things that have happened to me throughout the years, you know, people who have called on me, and I be like, you calling on me? You need me? Has revealed to me that, you know, Jay, and then with this wife and these children, that I had to be a leader and I had to stand on my own too a whole lot of the time. And you know, didn't leave a lot of room, I guess, for those physical everyday mentors for me to talk to. So that's it. That's my answer, Jay. It might be convoluted, but it's real. Good morning, black ass bunch. Hope everybody's having a good time. Shout out to Baltimore. I was there over the weekend. Oh man, I had a good show. Did my thing, came right back. Hey Nevada still. Hey Yetta. What's good with you, Yetta? Oh man. Jay Pope, what it do? My good friend Jay Pope, Largo High School, Morgan State University. What it do? Hey Jay, I'm playing Joe Clair music right now. You hear what I'm saying? Turn this one up.
They say you supposed to know better.
Turn this one up, Jay.
I knew better. The way my mom's had me on that Namste and everything, shit, I stayed on the porch as long as I could. You understand? I sold drugs for 10 minutes. Got caught, nigga. The first time I got caught, I was the last time I sold drugs. I knew better.
Check me out, Jay.
You know what I'm saying? I'ma let the beats talk for me. This my heat talk, homie. Now the streets not for me. Wasn't gonna let them kill me, dawg. No, I ain't getting killed with y'all. Too young to be getting killed and all. I'ma let these beats talk for me. This my heat talk, homie. The streets not for me. Wasn't gonna let them kill me, dawg. No, I ain't getting killed with y'all. Too young to be getting killed and all. Ayy. Now these rhymes ain't got no felonies. Heard the shit that the rapper niggas
I got you,
was telling
Jay.
me. Corporations was selling me what God was letting me. The grosser you niggas versus what my soul netting me. Vision of a king, I see abundance in life. Come gratitude, give me more than I can ever get back. Say what? Make niggas commit these emotional acts. Putting passion in falsehoods and be calling it fact. Preach street laws, mistreat y'all, and let the system pimp prostitute in the deep y'all. It's deep dog. Shallow shit getting deep, fall asleep early morning on the Zah. And the fonts are leaf law. He got you thinking that his way is the way. So you saying what he tell you to say. Pray what he tell you to pray. Play what he tell you to play. You think I'm faking, try to think for yourself for a day. The algorithm. I'ma let the beats talk for me. This my heat talk, homie. Now the streets not for me. Wasn't gonna let them kill me, dawg.
So,
no, I ain't getting killed with y'all. Too
don't
young
like
to be
this,
getting killed and all.
rhyme, Jay.
I'ma let these beats talk for me. This my heat talk, homie. The streets
So I don't
not
like the
for me.
delivery. I don't like the delivery of that first verse, Jay. And I think I need to do it
Young
over.
to be getting killed and all. Hey. And now I do business on y'all
I like the
bitches.
second verse
TV
and the
stations,
third
real
verse. I think
estate
you do the
agents,
first
and
verse over.
politicians. I interview
And the
niggas,
mix
got a
ain't
golden
on
pot to piss, and I'm a living cheat code. But you ain't got listen. 14th and Rhode Island to see Papa's and you. Back out to see Pleasant when the
that
weekend was through. That combination there could be tough to get through.
Listen up,
But I
Jay
had some
Pope.
destinations that I had to get to. See, I needed to see me with that Morgan State degree, telling jokes to the folks hosting shows on BET. Smoking the bestest rum, drinking the best weed. Jumped a broom with brown skin, getting yoked on the beach. Let me see. Oh yeah, build a legacy. Cause allegedly the big shots never be letting me. Best believe I'ma set it up to set it free. Especially cause these kids gotta forever eat. I'ma let the beats talk for me. This my heat talk, homie. Now the streets not for me. Wasn't gonna let them kill me, dawg. No, I ain't getting killed with y'all. Too young to be getting killed and all. I'ma let these beats talk for me. This my heat talk, homie. The streets not for me. Wasn't gonna let them kill me, dawg. No, I ain't getting killed with y'all. Too young to be getting killed and all. Hey, verse 3. It was like the world versus me, make it worse. I'm young, dumb, hungry, and thirsty. Ready to fuck some, may Lord have mercy. A bad decision away from the bullet that cursed me. Niggas went to jail, niggas went to the grave. I went to work, they look at me sideways. Ain't something out the something that's stumbling in my brain. Some special ed shit, bitch, I got it made. I didn't do nothing, and I never fronted, and I never tried to be something that I wasn't. Seen the bullshit coming and tried to rise above it. We died for street money, got minds being funny. Indicted and sentenced and sent off to prison. The city under siege trying to get y'all to listen. Been 30 plus years and my niggas still missing. And his folks don't know what the people did. I'ma let the beats talk for me. This my heat talk.
So, Jason, first, thank you very much, J Pope. Jason, I'm going to re-record that first verse. Hopefully I get it done today. And then it's gone off to get the mix. And I'm rhyming over the 2-track on this, so you can't hear the whole everything I played and everything else. You can't hear the instrumentation. You can barely hear the bass. Yeah, that's heat talk. My new shit. Oh, she wanted to hear Nicole wanted to hear the E40 story. So, now I don't know how to mix and I don't know how to master my own music, so I'll let somebody else do that. A.D. Brooks, in case anybody's wondering, yep, I record right here using this and my TLM 103 microphone. It's a large condenser diaphragm mic. Anyway. Check this out. So yeah, that you saw me on the Players Ball video. The Players Ball video. So here's how that goes. At the time, I was still host of the Rap City's BET on Rap City. Good morning, Keisha. I was still a host on Rap City, and E40 was shooting a video. The thing I like about the Bay Area rappers and about E40 was that they used to sell those records out of their trunk, and they would hustle the shit out of them records out of their trunk. Since, at the time, hip hop was largely invested in New York and Los Angeles and a few other places. People in places like the Bay, they had to hustle. And so E40 was moving a lot of music out of his trunk of his car. After returning from Grambling State University, he became a rapper. Earl Stevens is his name. And Earl used to love 40s. That's where the name came from. At least that's the story I heard. Earl used to love 40s, therefore E40. Just like Curtis Blow. Anyway. Stay with me. So, E40 was shooting a video, and I got a phone call. Hey, I'm shooting a video. I'd like to fly you out to be in my video. And I was like, be in your video? Like, yeah, I'm gonna fly you out to be in my video. Boom, 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 boom. Come through. Everything gonna be Gucci. I said, all right, cool. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he got me a hotel in LA and then flew me up. Yeah, y'all. What y'all think that man named Curtis Blow for? Y'all just caught that? Anyway, I'm gonna brush my teeth. Anyway, he fly me out to LA and then flew me up to, he met me in LA and then we flew up to the Bay. Straight up and down. I mean, and that was the beautiful thing about getting out of DC and New York and everything else, was the hospitality that people showed you, that black people showed you when you went elsewhere, especially when I went to Oakland. Like, when I would go to Oakland, they would make sure that I was taken care of top to bottom, like every time. They'd come scoop you up, take care of you, make sure don't nothing happen to you, get you to your plane. You know what I'm saying? You just put that together, Jay. And you know what I mean? So he said, we shooting this video. It's E40, Jodeci, and Too Short. At the time, Too Short was still making records, but this was before like the bitch and all them. What's my favorite word? Before Blow the Whistle and all that had come out. Yeah, man, people looked out for me when I would go everywhere. So, Jay and Jason, I get to the Bay, and it's time to shoot the video. So I get to the video, and if you pull up the Players Ball video, it's E40 featuring Too Short and Jodeci. And he had everybody, the whole Bay Area is in that video. I think with the exception, Shock G might be in that video. But Ant Bakes, Marley Marl, the whole Marcy, all the Sick With It crew, E40, the Loonies, and then just, you know, the Ice-T flew up. Ice-T is in that video. You know, and then Jodeci is there. And so that's what it was. And they just asked me, and so I'm figuring out, you know, I don't know if he want me actually in the video. He's like, I want you in the video. And so at that point, I get flown up to be in a video on the merit of being Joe Clair. I was like, wow. That, you know, nobody had ever done that for me. And nobody ever showed me that, you know, that there was some value and worth in what I was doing on that level. And E40 did. And to this day, you know, I'm still a huge fan and so appreciative. I'm you know, super happy with what he's been able to do in business. Earl Stevens Vineyards, and he got Goon with a Spoon, ice cream, and lumpia, how you say lumpia? The Filipino egg rolls. He sell those. Anyway, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, and that's how that got done. That's how that happened. And then we shoot the video, and I never forget. I ain't gonna say who it was. Lumpia. Yeah, Lumpia. While I'm out there, but check this out, Jay, and check this out, everybody else. So while I'm out there, you know, it's always inevitable. One of them niggas, I ain't gonna say who it was, and he goes, "Hey, Joe Clair, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You the only East Coast nigga over here. You don't feel some kind of way around all these, you know, these Oakland gangsters is blah blah blah. You know, trying to feel me out." I was like, nah. I know I'm the only one from the East, but nah, I don't feel no kind of way. And so he trying to stall me out and see if I'm a blink. And I ain't gonna blink now. Am I nervous? Yeah, anything can pop off. This hip hop. And somebody might try to prove themselves today. You know, somebody might jump out there on that shit. But, so, that can happen anywhere. That been happening my whole life, so, nah. So, yeah, somebody did, J Pope, J Son, from time to time, people jump out there with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? People jump out there with that bullshit, but when the nigga saw that I wasn't gonna go for the sucker shit, you know, he confused who I am on television with and how I present with where the fuck I come from. And when you come from, it's always right there. It's immediate. And I think that's why, you know, nah, you ain't gonna chump me out now. I ain't gonna start no shit in y'all neighborhood. I'm gonna observe the rules and the hierarchy that go along with all this. I'm gonna keep my mouth quiet most of the time. And, you know, so I can get back to where the fuck I need to get to. But I ain't even talking C Pleasant. I'm talking just the whole us growing up here in the DMV. You already know. It could pop off on a school bus, on a train, at a go-go, at school, at Pizza Hut, J-Po, anywhere. You feel me? It could pop off any motherfucking where. So, and by the time I got to Morgan State and navigated getting and survived Baltimore, I mean, you might be able to whip my ass, but you ain't gonna do it today. It ain't gonna be today. If I got anything to do with it, this ass whipping is not gonna happen today. You see what I'm saying? You might be able to chump me up, but you ain't gonna do it today. Shit. Hey Mo, what's good with you? You know what I'm saying? And so he tried to storm me out, and that happened a couple of times. It happened in New York a couple of times. It happened in L.A. A couple times. It happened in L.A. one time I remember specifically. And these niggas really tried to go at me. And I'm by myself. Most of the time, I think that helped me because I was by myself. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't come here to start no shit, and you say I ain't got nobody with me. I came here because of the music and because of the culture that you guys have here. All this other shit is extra shit, and that's what it's gonna be. You know, no pistol, no none of that shit. I'm just standing there all I got is this. But that's what it's gonna be. And never had any issues. Never had nothing serious to talk about. No, I feel shit in my teeth. Yeah, that's why there's no headlines. Joe Clair got jumped or some shit. I'm watching like the young guys going through it, arguing back and forth on the internet and all that other shit. It's like, no, we didn't do that. We didn't even entertain that. I wasn't even going to entertain that. I'm going to tell you a real true story though. Because oh, we get to that in a minute, Jay. My man Jay Pope. I remember that night, brother. Because damn, I lost my train of thought that fast. Because and I used to be nervous to fly out to the West Coast because we used to say cuz here in DC, nah, cuz. Well, I didn't realize that was gang talk. I had no idea, you know. Cuz is another word for Crip. So the Bloods was not happy about it. You feel me? So I'm on TV every day, cuz this and cuz that. Nah, cuz, hold up, cuz. And I got a letter. We got a, you know, BET we would get letters. A lot of letters from Rap City. And I would get a lot of letters from jail. So this one came from Pelican Bay State Penitentiary, Pale Bay, right? And the letter reads, "Hey, Joe Clair, we see you throwing up all that crab shit on the show. And when you come out here, we gonna see your motherfucking ass and blah, 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 blah." I was like, whoa, what did I do? What the fuck? Hold on, what are you talking about? I didn't know what he was talking about. And then somebody broke it down for me. I had to go on Rap City. We had to make a public statement on one episode. I am not gang affiliated whatsoever. Here in Washington, D.C., cuz is just short for cousin. What up, cousin? We just call each other cuz. Nah, it ain't had nothing to do with it. I had to actually, you know, disavow myself of any gang anything. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, it was so real. It was so real. It was very, very real. And then when I met certain West Coast rappers, you know, I had explained, nah, I ain't in no gang, nothing. Nah, that ain't me. No, sir. I'm from Sea Pleasant, Maryland. And cuz is some country shit. That came up from the South. What up, cuz? Uh-huh. And I had to disavow myself of any gang ties, any of that shit. So, Tell him, Ed. It's my man Ed here, Urban Comedy Flavors. I remember that episode you ended with that will not be used on the show anymore. And remember, I stopped using cuz on the show. Specifically because we didn't want to, one, we was worried about my safety, but two, we didn't want anybody choosing sides off of Rap City. We knew how petty niggas is. And we ain't want no, but we was like, no, let's just cut that out. How about we just leave that out altogether? And proceed. And then after that, never had no more problems. Never had no problems. And then I would get to LA and it would be OG niggas. It would be OG gang niggas, boom, 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 boom. Show up, like we gonna do a small interview for somebody in LA, right? A new rapper or something. And it'll be like, you know, an OG, super OG gang member will show up. And then they'll walk up, shake my hand, be like, yeah, man, we heard you was in. I was like, how the fuck y'all even know we was here? Like, soon as you touch down in LA, them niggas knew. Them niggas would know. Yeah, I heard you was gonna be out here, homie. You know, we just wanna make sure you safe while you here. You know what I'm saying? We love that y'all came to the hood and made sure everything was all right. You had to check in. That if it was some actual real music industry shit, like if I was a record label, if I worked for a record label, you know what I mean? So, you know, we would get there and, hey, I heard you was here. Like, how the fuck you? Yeah, we heard. Yeah, we knew you was here, homie. We just make sure everything all good. Where y'all staying at? We staying in the valley. Yeah, that's good. You go out, we come out there and check you, and boom, 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 boom. Somebody said, she said, Robin said, what is that check-in stuff about? Like, for real? No, it's very real. It's like this. Robin, she said, is that check-in stuff? What is that check-in stuff about? Like, for real? All right, so let's just take the streets. The streets know if you a civilian or if you in the streets. Just like the mob. The mob know you a civilian or you in the mob, right? I'm a civilian. I happen to work for BET. I'm a college nigga, and that kind of shit. So, because so much of hip hop culture was tied into street culture, the music industry was automatically just tied into the streets. And so, if you try and shoot videos in our neighborhood to make your shit look good, you want to look like you authentic. Well, it's real gangsters around here that don't know if you need to be putting our addresses and shit in your motherfucking video. Did you check in with anybody to do this before you did it? You see what I'm saying? That was very real. It's super real. Did you check in when you touched down? Especially if you a heavyweight. If you somebody of importance, you know you need to go ahead and check in. You know you need to go ahead and check the fuck in. She said, so it's a hip hop thing. It's more of a street thing. You got shit. It's some R&B niggas, and I'm not gonna say who had to check in for a good while. Some of them niggas was getting extorted by gang members and so on and so forth. Therefore, you gotta check in. You gotta check in when you touch down. You know what I'm saying? You got to check in. Remember when they said Rick Ross couldn't come to Chicago because of the Larry Hoover record? Then Detroit was a no-fly zone. You got to check in. Any rappers coming that's not from Detroit got to check in when you get here. That kind of thing. And for the most part, you can see that the drama was kept to a minimum. But, you know, if all you got is the streets, you're going to take the streets very, very seriously. Right? If you're not in legitimate business, if if you are the streets, you're going to take that street shit it's real. So, yeah, check in when you get here. That's real talk. That is real talk. JP Justice in the building. What's good with you? Robin, it's very real, though. It's very real. And if you've ever been in the streets, you notice Jason and my man J Pope, anybody who ever been in the streets understand what I'm talking about. These are street games. These are street games. It's the life. That's why I say the street laws mistreat y'all. But they allow the system to pimp, prostitute, and delete y'all. It's deep, dog. The shallow shit get deep, fall asleep every morning off the za in a Fanta leaf. That's flawed. Yeah. So, yeah. Robin said grown men can't move freely. That's some odd shit. Well, let's really talk about it though. It's not any different than any other system. You know what I mean? Any other heavyweight, if you a heavyweight, I had a run-in with a guy here in Washington, D.C., and my niggas wanted to meet him at his gate at the airport. And the phone call came to me a couple minutes right after everything happened. I'm like, how the fuck did y'all know all this shit was going down? But the streets is different. It's the streets. And so, just like you can't fly, Robin, you can't go get on a plane right now without your ID. The government, like, you got to check in. You got to check in. Well, if you in the streets, that is the government. You see how the streets govern themselves? The streets have their own rules, their own codes, and everything else. And you got to remember, you and I think about it from a regular perspective, what they call a squares perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm square. I'm super square. I'm all the way square. You know what I mean? I'm straight up legit, square as hell. But if you in the streets, nah, that's a whole nother perspective that you come with. Your kids was raised with street mentality. You might have gotten it from your dad. There's people been in the streets for generations. I remember when I met young gang members and I was like, why y'all in the gang? Does that make sense? They was like, nigga, my daddy was in the gang. My granddaddy was in the gang. The fuck is you talking about? All my aunties and uncles in the gang. After that, it made complete sense to me. Oh, my observation don't count because I'm so far removed from it. I think I know something. I don't know shit. I don't know jack. And you and I, for the most part, we so far removed from the streets. We might know a couple people here and there, but we don't know what's going on in the streets right now. We don't know what's behind, how, fentanyl's getting all over the place, what's behind all these carjackings and all. We don't know the rules these days. It's their way of life. So checking in is really not that odd. It's a code. It's a code. Now, some people, part of it is let's make sure we know what's going on. The other part is how can we exploit this nigga when he come to town? Can we get in this nigga pocket when he come to town? Do he owe us for coming around here? Is he a loudmouth nigga or is he a nigga that we like? Is he an ally or is he an enemy? The enemies need to check in. You feel what I mean? And that's just game. And Don say, I ain't checking in with nobody but Jesus. But Don, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen is you going to have somebody in your squad who going to know the streets for you, who's going to maneuver and all that shit for you, and they'll keep you away from it. Things like that happen for me, and I'm like, I'm oblivious to the whole shit, and then I get the phone call from a nigga. I'm like, a nigga I ain't heard from in years. Like, you good? Like, yeah, I'm good. Why you at? Nah, I heard it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how the fuck you here? Nah, don't worry about how I heard you. All right? Yeah, I'm straight. All right, cool. We got you. Like, what the fuck? Streets is wild. The streets is the shit. Streets is wild and real. Very, very real. It's very, very real. I found that out. That's why you notice I don't talk out my mouth sideways about gangsters and gang shit and street shit. I don't talk. Nah, this shit is real. This shit is super real. And it's to be respected, and it's just as valid as any other system that's set up out here in the world. I'm telling you some real shit. That's very, very real. Very, 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 very real. Tell him, JP. Your streets liaison will let you know what's good for you. Real talk. They'll pull your coattail. They'll pull your coattail and let you know what the fuck is real and what's not. They'll hit you up and say, hey, man, watch yourself. Hey, check this, that. Hey, man, watch your, hey, Joe, man, what the fuck is you doing around here? Hey, Joe, you don't need to be around here right now, man. You need to go ahead and go. I went to Jamaica. It was the same thing. Don say if they killing innocent people and children, they ain't valid over here. We can get to that conversation. Because I don't know any organization that has guns that doesn't kill innocent people. That's a whole nother story, Don. Thank you for all you do for hip hop, though, my good brother. Yes, indeed. What's the name of the radio station, Don? Or the site, the website where we can check out everything that you do, my good brother. That's real talk. Let's keep it $150. Even the most right. The most righteous organizations have, killed people innocently. How many years did the Crusades go over to the Middle East? We can start there. Let's start there. Today is the 20-year anniversary of the Iraq War, and America killed over 100,000 civilians. Weapons of mass destruction that they never found, that was never validated. Saddam Hussein ain't had nothing to do with the planes that hit the towers. But we went in there and tore them people country up. I saw a guy this morning on TV, an Iraqi citizen, and he was like, to this day, I'm still just waiting for the next thing to pop off. I'm still just waiting for the next. He said every morning I'm just waiting for the next thing to pop off. We don't never relax. This shit, we keep our head on the swivel. Hundreds of thousands of Iraqi civilians killed, lost their lives. Now, was he a dictator and all those other things? I'm sure. But we didn't just go in and grab him and take him out. So, y'all know what it is. Yes, it is. BlackPowerRadio.com. Positive hip-hop radio station. 100% positive hip-hop radio station. 100% positive hip-hop radio station. BlackPowerRadio.com. Intelligent gangster radio station. TruthHipHop.com. TruthHipHop.com. TruthHipHop.com and BlackPowerRadio.com. Way to go, brother. Check out some positivity. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, the next thing is either broom with the next thing is broom with either China or Russia. Oh, nah, it's done. The next thing, it's already the thing. It's how I feel about it, Tina. We've been at odds with them for a long time. When Trump took office, or was it during Barack's administration, and they had that new summit It was a summit between China, India, Australia, and all of that part of the world saying, why are we still playing games with the West when all we got all the resources we need right here. And we our own thing. And China was like, yeah, we the head of that whole own thing. So, I think it's played down not to panic us. But my kids are learning Mandarin now. Uh-huh. Y'all want to be quiet? You want me to tell you something real, Tina? I don't think it matters who the president is anymore. I think it stopped mattering who the president was back in the 80s when Gordon Gekko on the movie, when Michael Douglas said greed is good, and America just sold off herself, shut down the factories and everything else and started shipping them all and shipped all the labor overseas. It was over. I thought it was over at that point because labor is a huge part of industry. And if you ain't got labor, you really don't have, if you don't control labor, you really don't control much of anything in the long term. And so, those people who became multimillionaires and billionaires in the 80s and the 90s now see, damn, we in debt. We owe China all this money. A lot of our debt is held by China. They have all of our weapons secrets. And they developing technology at a faster pace than us. And the way that they handle their society, with social grading, you get a social grade in China, everybody. Just like we have a social security number, there's a social grade that everyone gets. And if your grade is too low, you can't get certain jobs. You can't get certain loans. You can't get certain businesses. And, that's what that is. So we don't have that over here. We have free will, free speech, how I feel, what's first. And I'm me since the 80s. It's all been about me. Don say don't nobody mess with the US because they already know they'll push that nuke button in a hurry. And see, that's the thing. I think they play a better card. Let's put it this way. Right now, they trying to ban TikTok in America because of what the Chinese government may be gaining from us. They already gained it. I don't need a nuclear weapon to win. Remember Mr. Miyagi had that wax on, wax off shit, and every time Daniel-san be like, oh, that's another way of thinking about that shit. What that really represented is the West's, Daniel-san represented the way the West thinks, and Mr. Miyagi represented the way the East thinks. East thinks different. The art of fighting without fighting. We ain't even got to fight these motherfuckers. Let's get them on TikTok. We can get their ass on TikTok. They can't even beat the phone. Yeah, they got nuclear weapons to blow up everything, but they can't even win against the phone. You can't even, matter of fact, I got your kids hooked. I got your kids hooked on TikTok. So let's imagine if TikTok was acting as a foreign agent. If TikTok was acting on behalf of the Chinese government. They got everything they need to know about millions of Americans. You take all of that data that they just grabbed from TikTok and put it in to AI. How else can we beat them? Now mind you, China been here for thousands of years. America only been here for a couple hundred years. Let's put this in perspective. China was here before Jesus. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I mean? They like, man, why Why we can beat y'all a whole nother way. We can beat y'all a whole nother way. Just go on TikTok. Yeah, just go on TikTok and keep Amazon. Yeah, go on Amazon and keep buying all these cheap ass goods that we have here in China. Please keep buying them. Please keep buying your your thousands of dollars of phones, clothes, and everything else. Look at how dependent we are. How dependent we are upon China. Think about it. We are so dumb to be so smart. Yep. They have already won. Look at the critical thinking of the children in each country. We will find winners and you will find losers. That's real. That's all of that is very, very real. And all of these points, China is outbuying Americans in real estate. China been buying up. Man. No, but China buys America, but they buy all over the globe, right? Wealthy Chinese business people buy all over the globe. If they're acting on behalf of the government, still remains to be seen. China know how to keep their mouth quiet and just get busy doing the work. We America, we tell everybody everything. All right, I got to get out of here. It's 10 o'clock. Man, make sure y'all watch me today. Let me run this one more time.
Here's your script for the new 10-second number one promo.
How many time periods are we number 1?
12.
12 in 10 seconds?
10 seconds?
Really, 8 seconds. Gotta leave room for the end tag.
Oh, 8. Even better.
All right, let's go.
Fox 5, number 1. Number 1.
Number 1.
4 a.m.
4:30 a.m.
5 a.m. 6 a.m.
7 a.m.
9 a.m. 10 a.m.
Lion lunch hour at 11 a.m.
3 p.m. with the DMV zone.
4 p.m.
10 p.m.
And the 11 p.m. I need some air.
X5, stay ahead.
What else y'all got?
Here's your script for the new 10-second number one promo.
I see y'all today, 3 o'clock, man. Y'all be good. Meet me back in here tomorrow for some more of this truth. All right? More of this truth back in here tomorrow morning. Y'all have a great day, man. Be safe. It's 10 o'clock.